One in the chat if y'all can hear me out there. One in the chat if y'all can hear me. What's up, man? Ooh. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Y'all put a one in the chat if y'all can hear me out there. Let's go. It's your boy Heaven Hollywood breaking down Power Book 3 Raising Kanan, Episode 6, The Price of Fame. So we don't let anybody all of the power. Fans out there, we're a little late. I got off to a start tonight. Actually was getting ready to watch it, passed out. Then I had to get back on my Grizzly. So I want y'all to know, I want people to tap in, man, and let me know if you checked out episode 6, The Price of Fame. We're gonna break it down with y'all tonight. So as we all know, when the show comes on, kind of figured that it would come on with the memorial, what have you. It wasn't a funeral, little memorial for Famous. Y'all let me know, tap in, let me know, put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Right? So this was episode 6, The Price of Fame. Now, we left off last week, and we found Famous was found underneath a mattress in an abandoned house. Right? Famous left an abandoned house underneath a mattress. Let's see. Everybody just press 1 if you can hear me. Y'all tap in, man. Y'all tap in. I was shook when you said unique. You saw that? Darius, that's right. Smash that like button. You can hear me, right? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me. So, man, we'll get to the end. Howard killed Famous. This is what Leo Stout said. I'm telling you, Leo, this is what I was saying from the beginning. That was my guess. My guess was Howard. I was saying Howard, right? But, I believe the dudes in the streets are telling the truth. But I don't know whether it was Howard or whether it was Garcia, right? One of those cops, one of those cops put down Famous. I totally believe it. Um, so Leo, if you would like to explain to me how you believe that happened, right? How you believe that Howard put down Famous when, right? Or did he have someone else put down Famous? Because was it Rock? Was it Martin? Because remember, I always knew and I always thought that Famous um finding out, can y'all hear me? Put one in the chat if y'all can hear me. I always thought that Famous finding out about um dude being Kanan's father, being Kanan's father, gonna get caught up in midget. The midget about to get all Kanan's money, get caught up. Yeah, this dude, man, is really playing with fire. It's time. It's time for that midget nigga to go. It's time for that midget dude to go. Um, Howard must have seen Famous getting questioned and thought he was snitching. Famous also knows Kanan is his son. Right, right. That's what I was saying. I was telling people, Leo, that they let us know. Right, they made sure that they let us know that um, Famous found out about Kanan's being this dude's kid. Now they didn't do that for no reason. They wasn't going to let us know that and then just have somebody kill Famous and that never come out. You know, Power don't do that. Power does things for a reason, and they let us know that Famous knew about this dude being Kanan's father. They let us see that for a reason. They wouldn't just have Famous, um, look at the test, go into the back, be nosy, look at the test, and just not to utilize it, right? So either Rock or Howard, and maybe that's what Rock meant when she said it had to be done. When he said, why did you kill my father? She just said it had to be done. So I truly believe that Howard thought, right, we can finally say Juke out of her shell now. Yeah, it's over now. It's over. This is when she becomes the jukebox we saw in OG Power. This is when she becomes the jukebox we saw in OG Power. Right? So I finally see that um I believe when they showed Howard and talking to her, remember when they showed at the first episode, when they showed Howard looking at Rock and Rock looking at Howard for that long stint when she went to like I think she went to like to get the candy bar or whatever when she was pregnant. And she stared in at Howard and Howard stared in at her. And then she saw like the police talking to Howard. So either Rock, um, either Rock put down Fame or it was Howard. And they're gonna make it seem as though like it was Marvin or they made it seem as though like it was Marvin or Rock. Yet another aviation disaster over the Hudson. Siemens Tech Company executive Austin put their three children in the pilot, all passed RIP. Yeah, definitely RIP, Miriam. But he brutally beat him before killing Famous. Right, he brutally beat him. Now, that's why a lot of people are saying somehow or another. That's why I believe people were bringing in and saying Famous's father somehow came back into the picture. He linked up with his pops. I mean, that's so far fetched because we haven't heard anything of the father. Now, I know they did show the father, right? And the father's the one that used to brutally beat, like the mother. He used to beat the mother, and he was abused, right? Famous was abused. The mother mentioned that again today. She said, "Oh, he came from a bad place, right?" So again, she mentioned that. So with power, could we be thinking, because these kids came out, oh yeah, I heard some cops put down fame. And then we have the other people saying, I heard it was Freddie's crew. What power's gonna probably do is have three different people saying, nah, we heard it was this one, we heard it was that one. And then it's gonna be somebody totally different. It could be something like they show us in the later episodes a flashback of what happened, right? They're gonna show a flashback of maybe what happened. Um, cause I don't know, man. The way Marvin was like, yeah, if it was my man that got put down, the way they put him down, I'd be painting the town red. So I don't know whether it was Marvin anymore. I was thinking before because this season was so filled up with Marvin screwing up and Marvin laying people down. I was like, maybe it's Marvin, right? Mama Cruz, she ready to die. That Mama Cruz, and won't know. she, she's probably like, damn, y'all don't even love me like that, and I'm sitting here, I'm trying to die, and won't nobody put me down. She's probably thinking, my kids don't even love me enough to even take me out of my misery. I'm telling them I don't want to be here no more, and they won't even kill me. That's how much disdain they have for me. And she's probably thinking, y'all know y'all don't care about me like that, but y'all don't want it on your conscience that you did it, right? That's what she probably thinking. Y'all don't want it on your conscience that you did it. When y'all know good and damn well, y'all don't care about me like that. Y'all probably wish that I was gone anyway, right? How that rapper about to set up Lou. Ah, yeah, 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 yeah. Darius, that's a good point. That's a good point. This dude, this dude is gonna set Lou up. It's gonna make it seem like Lou did it. This damn Partisan Fontaine ass. I knew once they showed him, and I knew once the baby mama said, "Oh, we need money." I knew he was gonna rob. We said this a couple of weeks ago. We said he is going to rob that dude of the label because the dude of the label made sure that he bought up. Like I said, power don't do nothing, don't do shit for nothing, right? So they made sure that he said, "Oh yeah, I leave loads of cash out. You know what I mean, in my house." So he made sure that people knew that he leaves loads of cash out in the south. Like I said, they don't power don't do that stuff for nothing, right? Miss Liz, I hope he's not about to set up Lou. I believe that's going to be, Lou. You see that they had this thing with Lou and him with a little back and forth, right? He's like, oh, I like to see what that looks like. You know what I mean? So they're gonna blame. He's gonna. He, this dude don't care nothing about no record deal. He never had respect for the white dude in the first place, and he might set Lou up. He might set Lou up, and then Lou is gonna smoke him. And so what I think is gonna happen is, I think Lou, and that's how I think he'll get back in the game. I think this dude is going to rob the white dude. Lou about to lose and start drinking and right and crash out. It's exactly what's gonna happen. It's exactly what's gonna happen. I believe somehow or another Lou is going to kill this dude, because what I think is gonna happen, this chick, now that she done ran up on Lou and Jess, I think this chick is gonna sleep with B Rilla. I think this chick's gonna sleep with B Rilla. Um, that's what I believe is gonna happen. You know, she caught. You know, she pretty much said, "Oh, she left her jewelry here, right?" So now this chick is gonna feel played by Lou, right? This chick's gonna feel played by Lou, and I believe she is going to sleep with B Rilla. That's what I believe she's gonna do. I believe she's gonna sleep with B Rilla as to get back at Lou or what have you. Yeah, she can't be trusted. There's something going on with her. There's something going on with her. I agree. Lou should have just left and went with Jess, because it's obviously, I love that scene between them two. That was a nice scene. You know, you could tell they love each other. He loves Jess and she loves him. So them seeing each other again, she was ready to tell Lou, "Bring your ass out here with me," right? And I think that's nice that she's gonna take her moms. I hope they get up out of there before something happens. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm telling you, Miss Lib. Watch what's gonna happen. She is going to sleep with B Real, and this sets it up perfect. He gonna go and get all this money, right? And then he gonna come back after he robbed the dude. What's gonna happen is the dude is going to come home. They gonna end up killing this white dude. They're gonna end up killing this white dude. I'm telling you. And then he gonna come back with all this money, flossing, and he gonna go out there. He's the type that's gonna go and get a whip and all this other stuff, and then he gonna come flossing in front of that girl. She gonna sleep with this dude, and I believe Lou will find out. He probably won't find it immediately, but Lou gonna find out it was this dude. I thought the detective was gonna come for that mama, so she got scared and said, "I'm going with my daughter." That is true, because the mother knows a lot about Detective Garcia. Now, I'm going to tell you something. If the mother ends up dead, it was Garcia. You know what I'm saying? I hope, I hope, I hope they just let the mother go with Jess. I hope that's the last we see of them. I don't want the mother to die, Jess to die, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm hoping that this is the last we see of Jessica. So next week, I better not see. I didn't see them nowhere in the credit. I didn't see them nowhere in the trailer. I hope that nobody takes them out. I don't want to see them anymore. I want her. That should have been. I'm hoping that was their goodbye. Say your goodbyes. Darius said Unique gonna end up dying by the end of it all. And let's talk about what the previews for next week was. Now, come on, man. That to me, that to me was very underwhelming. So you got up in Rod's house. How did you get up in Rod's house? That's the first thing. How did you get up in Rod's house? And now you standing there eating butter pecan ice cream? And why wouldn't he just kill Rock when she comes in the door? Right? If his whole thing is about Rock, why would he let her know that he's alive, but then just let her go? I don't get that. But they were pretty close when he said that to her. So I don't know whether he gonna act like he about to kiss her or whatever, and then he stop her and say, "I'm about to take back everything you took." I didn't like the way that they introduced Unique to Rock. He's up in her kitchen. How did he get up in her kitchen? Her place is locked up and everything else. The way things are going, so how was he able to get into her house? That's dumb, right? She definitely ain't gave him no key. So how was he able to get in Rock's house? He ain't climbing through no windows out there. She's out in where? Is she in like Long Island or another part of Queens? I think she's in another part of Queens. Should have saw him at her spot, but he didn't see her. Well, it should have been him waiting outside her house and then she's going in. I mean, it shouldn't have been he comes in. I mean, that's just dumb. That's just dumb. He ain't getting in Rock's house. You know what I mean? He don't have no key. He climbing through a window out in that area? Like, why would he be in her house? That's dumb. That's dumb. Like this is like the first really dumb move. That's just not. It's not realistic. You know what I mean? Rock is in a house in a good neighborhood. You know what I mean? She's not leaving her door open for him to come in there and just walk in her door. You know what I'm saying? And didn't Rock have security when all this stuff was going to Rock? Usually has security at her house, don't she? So how did Unique in the house? I thought at one point Rock had like security near her house. At least she should. She's a major dealer. She's a major dealer in Southside Jamaica, Queens, with really no team, right? So how do you not have security at your house, or at least stand by or nearby your crib? You know what I mean? That just don't really make sense. So we know we had the little memorial with Famous, right? Um, Jukebox. A lot of people were saying when they were talking about where's his baby mama at? I can wait to see from right. So the baby mama has been out to Rock's house. He gonna let Rock know he alive before he let Vanessa know. That's how you could tell he's upset. He is more obsessed with Rock than his own baby mama, right? He's more obsessed with Rock than his own baby mama. And what I'm starting to think is it's over 6 months Well, Vanessa, she's definitely not seeing nobody else. I thought that she was gonna be a little thotty thot, and Unique was gonna be looking in the mirror and see some nigga. That's what I thought at first, because they kept showing her in the window. I thought it was gonna be like some dude. He'd be like, "Oh, word, you got another nigga already? It ain't even been a year." But and then I thought he was gonna pop her. That's what I thought. Miss Liv, Miss Liv, didn't you think that? I thought when they kept remember they kept showing her in the window, then they went back to him, then he looked back up and they showed her again in the window. I thought for sure when he looked up, some big old nigga like the dude from Baby Boy was was gonna be doing the African squats with her ass. I thought he's gonna be like, it ain't been 6 months. Yeah, the whole Juke situation, man. Some people was saying, nah, she's just trying to play it off because that's how crazy she is. They're trying to say Juke put Famous down. They're trying to say Juke put Fame down, and then but she's able because of she's acting like to these dudes. Oh, did y'all do it? But she knows good and damn well they didn't do it. I'm telling you, man, if that's the real truth, man, I'm gonna be disappointed because what would be the reason for her to do that? What would be her? And they're saying everybody's like, see, look at the way she's looking at face. She just feels bad because she put him down. A lot of people are still saying that. They're saying a lot, especially the people this week that may have said, you know what? Only because Marvin said what he said to Jukebox. And if that was me, and I put somebody put my man's down like that, I'd be painting the town red. So I no longer think it's Marvin. I no longer think it's Marvin. Right. That's what I'm saying, Darius. Um, I no longer think it's Marvin, man. I no longer think it's Marvin. I think it is either I've already broken it down. I think it's either Howard. I don't think it's Freddie's crew. I don't think it's Juke. I mean, I don't think it's Marvin anymore. I don't think it's Lou. But what I think is gonna happen, I think they're gonna do a kind of who killed famous type thing, kind of way they did Ghost. And they're gonna probably go back and the night famous got killed, they're gonna probably go back to that night in the nightclub, and you're gonna add Unique into it, and they're gonna track what everybody did that night, and then you're gonna find out who killed Fame. Probably like the last episode, probably like the last episode or the episode before the last. You're gonna finally find out who killed him. That's gonna be the end of the season. They're gonna retrace back what everybody did that night. Unique is also a suspect, in my opinion. Howard, I'm telling you, man. I Howard is one of my main suspects, Miss Liv. Howard's one of my main suspects. But what I'm gonna have to do is, especially during the season break, I'm gonna go back to the life. He sounded like Lou. Right. He sounded like Lou. He don't want to do it no more. Especially the thing with the mother asking him to do it. Mother coming to him to ask him to do it because she knows he's a killer. Rock, she ain't tired of life. She just, you know, Rock is just getting frustrated and a little scared because she's seeing this shit's about to start crumbling, right? She got to depend on people who really ain't dependable. This David dude and people who don't really want to be in business with her, and it's like they're only doing it because they're scared that they're gonna get killed. And he said he don't want no more people to die. He don't want to die. He don't want to go to jail. So now he don't have no trust. But the only thing he's got is to trust Rock to keep him alive. And the only thing Rock think that money can fix everything. Only thing I do is worry about all that money you're gonna spend. Like, come on, man. You know, what good is this money if my all my peoples is dead? Rock, this is the first season. As fine as she is, this is the first season that Rock's gotten on my nerves. Rock got on my she, not Rock has gotten on my nerves this whole season. Cause like no source of empathy whatsoever. These people, right? Rock's just well, okay. We gotta get back to the money. Telling these people, oh well, you know, things are gonna be all right. Nothing else is gonna happen. Like now, three different sets of Asian folks have now died. The people at the very beginning, um, then the people in the warehouse, even though those weren't Asian people, but it's part of their business, and now, and then the main dude, Terry. They all been put down. Rock losing her marble, she losing control, and Marvin tired and ready to start clean. Oh yeah, Rock is losing control. Now Unique's alive, and she's gonna come back and tell them, "Oh, Unique's alive," and he's gonna. I wish they didn't do it that way. To me, that was kind of corny. To me, that was kind of corny. He come back, he don't win guts. So then he must not be Breeze because Breeze wasn't like that. Breeze wasn't flashy. You know what I mean? Breeze wasn't like that. I don't know whether this dude is Breeze or not. But we always thought that once Unique came back, that Unique was going to be Breeze. But now he's back, you know, to with the jewelry and so I don't know whether he's Breeze now. And if he's not Breeze, you know what? This is retarded. I'm tired of hearing about Breeze. If Unique is not Breeze, then what they gonna bring in a whole nother other character that we got to still wait to see because this would have been the perfect opportunity to make him Breeze. This would have been the perfect opportunity to make Unique Breeze, right? So now I was thinking that he was gonna come back, he was gonna stay in the black leather. You know what I mean? Kanan dumb. Why have all your money in a storage? Right, wide open like that, and this old little midget. That's what I'm saying, man. He don't even be looking around. He see this little midget. Now, this dude is going to rob Kanan. I'm telling you, he's gonna rob Kanan, and then I believe that Kanan he might blame Crystal. He might blame Crystal because if I believe going forward in the other episodes, they said OC goes missing, and then they also said that Crystal goes missing. Now OC is gonna probably um tell Unique where the money is. He gonna tell Unique where the money is, and this dude is gonna probably rob Kanan. This dude's gonna rob Kanan. The little dude might he's already telling Kanan there's no work. They saying, well, is there work or not? So he's already having issues with this dude. He's already having issues with him. Right. That's all the money him and Famous saved up. He's but you have to remember, Darius, he's also adding to that by skimming off the top. He's stealing from his mother too. So since him and Famous stopped dealing together, he's now adding to that. He keeps going in there and putting duffel bags with the money because he's skimming money off the top from his mother. So at some point he's gonna get robbed of that money. He's gonna get robbed of that money. This OC dude is watching him, right? But I believe, in these episodes, right? If you look ahead to, let's see, so I'm looking ahead. I'm looking at the synopsis, right? We just had season 6. I mean, we just had episode 6. So now we're looking at. Hold on. Let me share my screen, right? So check this out, y'all. Let me share the screen. So check this out. Episode um so next week is episode 7, right? Next week is episode 7. Let me make this big for y'all. That's what she said. All right. So check this out. Episode 7 says, Unique and his soldiers assume control of the corners in Queens, leaving Rock and Marvin in desperate need of more answers and more product. Kanan searches for a missing OC. So now, and this is the last episode before the break, a missing OC, he's probably going to rob Kanan. He's probably going to rob Kanan and disappear. Kanan's going to find out that this dude robbed him. He's probably not going to notice right away. But once OC's missing, right? Once OC's missing, he'll do it. But then he's gonna probably go to his little safe at the end of the episode and find all that money gone. Right? Because then when they come back in 408, only 4 episodes left in the season. When they come back in 408, it says Rock goes on the offensive as Marvin and Lou attempt to contain the escalating situations. Jukebox joins the search for OC, while Kanan looks into his theory on what happened to Famous. So he's still looking into his theory come episode 8. Episode 9. Kanan is suspicious of Rock's involvement. Investigates Crystal's disappearance. Rock faces fallout from Unique's retaliation and Marvin's mistake. Jukebox revisits her past, and Lou embraces his new path. And then episode 10, so we still don't have anything about this dude robbing the guy. Episode 10, a devastated Kanan furiously searches for answers and revenge. Rock attempts to stave off the collapse of her business as she and Lou prepare for a possible war with Unique. So, a devastated Kanan. What's going to probably happen by episode 10 is he might find Crystal dead, OC dead, or how about this, y'all? How about this? They both disappear the same week. Is it possible? I know it's highly unlikely. Is it possible Crystal and OC is working together? Uh, that would be a twist because they both disappear next week. I don't know if Crystal got the balls to cross what's his name like that. But Crystal might catch might figure out that OC stole this money from Kanan, and then maybe somehow Unique, something's gonna happen. I think if this dude tells Unique about Kanan's money, I think then Unique will get rid of him. I think then Unique will get rid of him. Right? Right. It's definitely a twist. Because Crystal Crystal is going to probably say, uh, Crystal somehow, because remember she said, oh, she's seen a weird looking dude with a scar. It's gonna get back to Kanan, and and then Crystal's gonna say, "That's the dude I saw. He had a scar on his face. I told you he was up in this house. He was up in my house. So that is gonna how they're gonna probably say that's who robbed the stash house. And he's gonna say OC had to see his face. I mean, he's gonna start putting everything together with this midget. He's gonna start putting everything together with this midget next week. Watch. Kanan ain't gonna be playing with that midget. Katie gonna put that midget down, or one of him or jukebox or somebody once he finds he's stealing. But then he can't tell Rock because remember he's skimming off the top. He's stealing from Rock. He's stealing from Rock, so he could definitely never repeat it to her because it's his money he's stealing. This shit is crazy. So in these last 4 episodes, shit's about to get crazy. It's something to him, to OC and Crystal, both disappear in the same week. Remember, he is not at the graveyard yet. Will he be going to visit Famous? Will he be going to visit Crystal? Or going to visit his grandmother? Because at some point, when it says a devastated Kanan, That could be because the grandma passed away finally. But when he said out for answers and revenge, answers and revenge, so he's probably gonna find out by episode 10 who killed Famous. Man, oh man, oh man. It's gonna be some sort of twist. And I believe they're gonna somehow try to make it something like Ghost, right? Something how they did with Ghost. They're gonna retrace everybody's steps that night. They're gonna do Lou over drinking because Lou keep mentioning, oh yeah, if I had took a drink, I don't know what I would do. Yeah, but he said, yeah, I love him. We had our back and forth, but I loved him. What do you mean you had your back and forth? You know, it's dumb if they try to make it seem as though Lou did it, but Lou was in rehab at the time, so Lou definitely didn't do it. So I'm leaning towards Rock, Howard, or Garcia. Because they were like, oh, find us till December 3rd. I'm leaning towards Rock, Howard, or Garcia. I'm still not leaning Juke. I'm still not leaning his daddy. They haven't shown nothing about his father. That would be stupid to see that, oh, he left town, got with his father. Remember, he was cooperating with the NYPD, like the dude said. And as he said, that just means some cop sold my son out. And then they went and said it was a cop. Well, he's saying, oh, we're trying to put it on the streets that it was some cop who did it. Whether Garcia or Howard, and you know, if Famous was snitching, Rock would definitely tell Kanan, your friend, your boy, your friend is snitching on us to the police. So I believe it was Howard. Right now, I got Howard, Garcia, and Rock at the top of my list. Whew. Lou slept with Jess, and they brought the girl, and I knew she was gonna come and catch him. Now I believe that sets her up, but that she's upset at Lou. To me, that sets everything up for her to sleep with Partisan Fontaine. Now I just gotta check and see who's in the cast for next week and stuff like that. And I'll be able to tell when this dude is gonna rob this white boy. Probably next week. All right. So y'all let me know what was your favorite part of the episode this week. How do you rate the episode? I rate the episode coming off of last week. Last week was a very good episode. This week, it seemed like they going back to setting things up. I really didn't like the way they reintroduced Neek, because when he said, "Allow me to reintroduce myself," so now that really doesn't make sense to have that, because Unique has already showed himself. Next week is allow me to reintroduce myself, right? Unique and his soldiers assume control of the corners and the queens, leaving Rock and Marvin in desperate need of more answers and more product. I gotta dissect this one. And before I make my prediction video for next week, but y'all let me know what y'all thought about the show. I give the show a 7 out of 10. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about the show, and just put down in the comments, man, who y'all think killed Fame. Who you really think killed Fame. But that's my top three right now. Brock, Howard, Garcia. They're on my three. They're right there on the list, right? And I'm about to take Rock off it. Like something tells me it wasn't Rock. They trying to make it seem as though it's Rock. Some tells me it was either Unique. Can't forget about Unique. Can't forget about Unique. Because remember, Unique was coming back there. He went back to that club, and Unique was gonna take out Lou. Remember that? He was gonna take out Lou until he saw that Karen come out there, right? So, all right, y'all. We'll see. Check y'all next week. Thank y'all for checking in, tapping in. Make sure you like this stream, comment. Any comments, put at the bottom. Because there's only 4 episodes left of Raising Kanan. And next week is gonna be the last episode for like 2.5 weeks. Or 2 weeks, I believe. A 2 week break. All right. Whew. It's a wild ride. We'll see y'all next week.